All right, for those of you that don't live in the general proximity of the Midwest United States and part of the East, part of the West, Menards is a large home improvement center. It's more like a Home Depot and maybe a Super Target or Super Walmart mixed together. They sell all kinds of things for you to work on your home, rugs, shutters, blinds, but they also sell food of all things. But anyway, I didn't know about these things till I moved to Missouri, but then I came across a Menards. And frankly, I don't even know if I like going in them very often. It's like a cacophony or a sensory assault or something like that. It's pretty incredible. But one interesting thing about Menards, which makes this relevant to this video, is that they sell model trains that they're specific to Menards. And as far as I could tell, this is, the only retailer that actually makes any kind of models or model accessories specific to them. So I don't get it. I don't know why they do it. I don't know what kind of corporate meeting they sat down at and said that this would be a good thing to do. But these things are becoming pretty popular. And I have got several buildings that I'm going to show you. Maybe you can decide whether these are something you want. If I can help you out, that's great. So hang on a minute and I'll get to these right away. Be right back. Hey everyone, today's episode is brought to you by Roll-Tru Scale Models, in particular Roll-Tru's line of precision-made HO scale wheels. Roll-Tru's precision wheels are made out of turned brass, each one turned individually and then blackened. This allows for the truest rolling wheel and the smoothest rolling wheel. Currently these wheels come in American freight sizes, that's 33-inch wheels, and they come in both short and long axle. And they also come in IHC, AHM, and Rivarossery replacement sizes. That includes the incredibly small pizza cutter wheels and the standard plastic wheels. Remember Roll-Tru for the truest rolling wheels. So, as I told my wife, my car broke down right in front of a Menards. I was thankful that there is a Menards here and I could park in their parking lot. They were very generous to say I could wait for the tow truck. And I decided after I called the tow truck that I wanted to go ahead and go inside and just get warm, and they have food and stuff. And what I found was, oh my goodness, there is an aisle full of model train stuff. And look at this. These are all buildings. They actually have actual trains, train sets, and individual cars, particularly in O scale. But check this out. Here is the O scale. It's a diner that is basically in Rock Island rocket livery. And I'm like, oh, that's very, very neat. And wow, they had some stuff that's kind of cheesy too. I mean, I'm not berating anybody if they want to put this on their layout, but that doesn't change the fact that it's cheesy. And check that out. Everything's lit. Yeah, wow. Very, very cool. They have just about at least one of everything you might need, particularly if you're starting out or if you need to add some filler. Oh, and check that out. They have the Rock Island Rocket in HO. So I decided to go ahead and purchase that. And really, it was thanks for Menards allowing me to park my broken car in their parking lot. And what do you know? I went out and tried it one last time, and it started. So in fact, I didn't need a tow truck after all, but I figured I would buy this to thank them. And after getting all these staples out, I think it's gonna come out. Come on, let's see if I can. Let's lift off finally. There we go. All right, there we go. So very neat. Wow, gave me some tasty snacks along with it to tear this open and see kind of what that tastes like. All right, we'll set that aside. The more important thing is getting this thing out of the base here. What was that? That was a sticker that went on there to tell us to put water only in this. As you can see from the underside, it's pretty solid up in there, and there is an extension so that you can plug the optional 4.5 volt DC converter into it. That doesn't come with it. You have to purchase one either from Menards or somewhere else. but I have a ton of these lying around. As you can see, there's some nice faux wood, nice faux wood decking. Let's turn it around here. The actual rocket itself is made out of pretty cheap soft plastic. There's the fill hole, and if you look, like the awning or the soffit or whatever that roof is, there's kind of twisted and doesn't fit very well. You know, there's some chips already in the paint. You can look and there's that chip in the asphalt, but oh, here's the actual Rock Island rocket. If you want to see what they look like together, they at least didn't do too bad of a job on getting that right, so that looks pretty good. Yeah, so, you know, overall, it's a decent looking piece, but it looks like they've cut a fair amount of corners. It does say the diner sign lights up, but I don't know if it's going to light up as cool as the O gauge one. There's a bunch of stuff in here, beautifully printed engine body with working headlight. We'll see if that all works. And lit number boards. And it has, wait, what? Jack the German Shepherd? Well, I guess that's some value added in right there. All right, so we'll find Jack here in a second. Now, you do have to purchase a 4.5 volt AC adapter, but you could probably run from 4 all the way to 5, actually. And they're kind of pricey at Menards. You could probably get one for less than $2 on eBay. All right, let's go ahead and fill up the reservoir with distilled water. Here we go. And we'll kind of, it's a pretty soft plastic. We'll kind of screw in the top here. Plug in the adapter, and here we go. Right off the bat, you can hear that there's a lot of electromagnetic noise, and you can't see the steam because of the white background, but I can, so I'll switch this out to a blue one. There you go, and I'm pretty sure this uses an ultrasonic vaporizer, just like in a humidifier, so there it is. It's actually coming out in pretty good volume. But one thing I wish is that there was a switch to turn this on or off. I'm pretty sure that there's no fan or anything in here, so I don't think there should be any damage if you leave it on without water, but yeah. Okay, so there it is, the headlight and the number board, just like they said, and the vaporizer. So I guess this will help you if you have kind of a dry area where you run your trains. And there we go. And unlike the O scale one where the letters light up, this one doesn't. Just the whole diner sign lights up. Let's kind of see the people here, and there is no interior. That's kind of a bummer. But there is an exterior with seating area, so that's nice. These are kind of nice bushes, actually. And oh, there is the German Shepherd. Didn't realize that would be a thing when I bought this. So there you go. Yeah, it looks good for what it's worth. Let's see if I can get another angle on this here. You can see this a little bit better. It's actually kind of cool and misty coming off of there. So yeah, if that's what you're looking for, now it's got people. Now, one other thing that's problematic about these things is you're gonna have to blend it in with your scenery if you have it. So, you know, if the asphalt doesn't quite line up with what you have, you're gonna have to do a little bit of work getting that in there. All right, well, the diner's cool, but I also got this Arby's. There you go. And it's kind of the same deal. All right, let's get this off of there. Come on, come off of there. All right, you can see the plug jack in the back, and there should be one on the bottom also. Get off of there. Get off. There we go. All right, there should be one on the bottom as well. Let's just move this out of the way here. And it's pretty basic for what it's worth. You can actually see the strip LED lights just like you'd buy on Amazon or eBay or something like that. Now, I do have one of these that's already been on the track, and you probably noticed it if you watch my videos. It's a Starbucks. It has an interior with the skylight, so you can see down in the interior, and this one doesn't have one. So there's nothing in the back, no door or something. I'm not sure how the employees get back there. And again, same thing, the 4.5 volt plug is in the bottom. Let's rotate this around a little bit. The piece of the build quality isn't that great. Things don't fit together all that great, but I guess on your layout, it probably won't look too bad. Oh, there's the German Shepherd. I actually see him. And we'll plug that in. There you go. So this one's not terribly interesting. I mean, it's lit up and it's nice, but there's nothing lit in the background or anything like that. And again, there's no interior lighting whatsoever. This one's not as fun as the Rocket or as the Starbucks that I have. But I mean, I guess it works. So it's too bad, though. It seems like it's a bit of a missed opportunity. Plenty of lights, but it's not the greatest thing ever. But there you go. I'll show it to you. And Jack is there. It doesn't even have as many figures as a lot of the other ones. And this was $49.99. I was supposed to have a rebate, but I was supposed to have a rebate with my Starbucks one too. And like most rebates, only about half of them come through, no matter how carefully. And yep, Jack says, okay, well, let's see if he's in this next one, which is the Country Inn. And it's, this is only going to work in an urban environment because there's no way a Country Inn out in the middle of a rural area looks like this. So, all right, let's get this out of the base. That one came out a little bit easier. And we'll plop it down, and this will be the same deal as all the other ones. I'll spin it around, and as you can see, there's a lot of kind of parts that don't fit together all that great, but they're not all that bad either, I suppose. And there's like a lot of overspread on the glue. I mean, look around the Country Suite sign when I zoom in on it. Let's check out the rooftop lounge, and yeah, you could see there's like a lot of flexing in the wood. That stuff can be a little bit maddening. Once you see it, it's hard to unsee it, and I don't know, just again, another missed opportunity. Okay, it's supposed to have an internal parking garage, so definitely want to use this in an urban environment. Wouldn't make any sense to have something like this in a rural environment. So, again, this is gonna limit its potential a little bit for your layout. Spin it around, not too interesting in the back, but again, you're gonna have this thing front facing towards any kind of details on your track. So spin that around a little bit more. You can see that it's almost a mirror image. And there we go. All right, again, the bottom has the same deal where you can plug it in on that side. Let's do that. I'll just plug in the side one here. All right, so it doesn't have any interior details. It does have blinds, though. That's not too bad. And not all the windows are lit, which I think is nice. I think, when all the windows are lit up, it doesn't look so realistic. Not that this thing looks super realistic anyway. It's a little bit bastardized, but it's not too bad, right? And especially if you use it in an urban environment, it should blend in pretty well. So there we go. Again, the front, not all the windows are lit up, which I think is a good idea. Now let's go check out the base. Oh, there's the German Shepherd. He's over on the left side being walked. Very nice. Again, no interior details in the bottom, which is one area where I think would be lit up in real life. And let me turn down the lights. The Country Suites. And I'm not sure. Country Suites by Menards. I'm not sure if the Menards thing is all that cool, but as you can see, it has special effects lighting, so that's pretty cool, I guess. And again, it does have some electromagnetic noise, and the rooftop lounge, or whatever this is lit up as well, so not too bad. Let's see if I can let's see if I can get a better view here of the Country Suites sign. All right, so are these worth it? I would say from a purely fiscal point of view, probably not, at least if you're trying to be fiscally responsible. I think a lot of people can build these kinds of things, but there is a lot here, and if you need to get your layout up quickly, or if you need to fill really quickly, these aren't too bad. But I think, there is going to be time spent in integrating this if you have an actual layout with seamless transitions, that kind of thing. I don't know. I don't have a champagne taste in my mouth, and everything leans closer to a bit of a beer taste, particularly for the price, and particularly since you have to add an adapter onto that as well. I figure that's probably where Menards is making a pretty fair amount of its money, is off of the actual adapter, since I think they charge like $12 or $13 for them, when I know it probably costs less than $1.50 for them to get them wholesale, if not cheaper. And again, if you're going to get the adapter, get one off of eBay or Amazon, where you're going to only pay like $2.50. It was $49.99 for the smaller ones and $69.99 for the larger ones and up, so I don't know. I think they really pushed the boundaries of what would be a good price. But let me know what you think. I'm curious. I've seen some people with the Alien one I don't think that'll ever show up on my layout, but I know a lot of you guys like kind of the fun stuff, and that certainly would count. I wish there wasn't as much electromagnetic noise on these. Also, there's quite a bit of chipped paint. Look, if there's chips all over, you'll be able to see chipped and scraped paint, and that's not me. It came that way out of the box. I just think these are really cheaply built overall, and you know, your tolerance, I guess, is going to determine whether these will really work for you or not. For me, they're borderline. I mean, there's a lot of overspray and over glue as well, so I don't know. Either way, let me know what you think. Take care, stay safe, happy model railroading. See you next time.